Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off again.
Hey team, I hope you all are doing well. Today's topic, I wanted to go over a question that one of my athletes who got on a consultation call with me this past week, he's training for a 2:45 marathon, and this athlete asked a great question, and that was, what is some running techniques to get faster? How do I improve my running technique while I'm running? And I always preach the importance of, on a daily basis, whether you're running easy or you're running fast, consciously monitor the muscle tension that you're feeling. Okay, for some athletes, it starts in the face. You know, our facial muscles starting to tight up when we start running really fast. Some athletes, their shoulders start to rise, and consciously telling yourself to stay as relaxed and as calm as you possibly can is something that's going to take practice. It doesn't occur quickly, but the less tension you have, the better the performance. If you've ever watched Usain Bolt, the Justin Gatlin, the great sprinters, other athletes that are running phenomenal times, Kipchoge in the marathon, Jakob Ingebrigtsen from Norway, who just recently won gold at the World Championships. These athletes are extremely relaxed. They're running very, very fast, but they make it look easy for a reason. They're spending so much time training so fast during the week, and training high in volume, but also spending a higher percentage of that volume running at faster paces, that they're able to run very effectively, very efficiently, at not only running very fast, but they're also very, very calm and very relaxed as they're doing that. Like I said, as far as muscular tension, that's something that we as athletes have to continue to really focus on in order to run more effectively, more economically when we're racing. You know, obviously, strengthening the weak areas of your body. You know, strength training is absolutely key. Focus on the running muscles of the body. Some athletes have biomechanic issues. Sometimes they're weaker on their left side than they are on the right side, or vice versa. Sometimes they're very weak upper body. So you want to make sure that you're really focusing on core work, abdominals, glutes, planks, those types of muscle groups that are really going to come into play once you get fatigued in the race. Okay, our main focus at RunDreamAchieve.com is to train smarter rather than harder. Okay, I've like I said in past videos, you know, I trained up to 142 miles a week training for the marathon, and all it did was leave me tired. Okay, I set my personal best of 2:19:35 for the marathon on 85 to 90 miles a week. Okay, so it's not about the volume you're doing, it's about the quality of the volume that you're putting in each week that counts the most. Strength training, without question, is an important factor in running success, especially when it comes to minimizing the amount of muscular tension and fatigue that you're feeling when you're running at faster paces. If you work on strengthening those weak areas of your body through strength training, you are going to run more effectively, you're going to slow down less, and that will help you over the long term. It's not going to happen overnight. Running technique does take time to improve, but if you're focusing on relaxation and focusing on the moment you start feeling your body tensing up, consciously tell yourself, okay, I'm relaxed, I'm calm, I'm in control. You know, keep your breathing, take some deep breaths as you're running as well, and do the best you can to stay as relaxed as you can, especially when you're running faster. That is one way of improving your running technique in order to get faster. There's other ways of improving your running technique. Without question, speed intervals, working on your speed development, working on explosive type activities where if you're in the gym, box jumps was a huge part of my preparation for really focusing on jumping on the box, coming back down, jumping up, coming back down. Again, utilizing strength training will help you improve your form over several weeks. You know, we're talking weeks, several weeks and several months, where you will start to see positive changes in your preparation. Okay, so it's not just the physical training that we do, it's also our paying attention to hydration, getting plenty of sleep, paying attention to our nutrition, really focusing on not only running fast, but also running easy and running slow enough on those easy days that you're really getting the benefits of your hard training. Obviously, controlling your breathing in the race, in the harder workouts is key. And again, that is something that's just you have to continue to practice, staying as relaxed as you can. And again, breathing is something that is very hard to change, but the fitter you get, the more anaerobically fit you get, the heart doesn't have to work as hard as it did when you first started out training. Your paces increase. You're able to run at faster paces per interval. If you're doing intervals on the track, your paces per mile or paces per kilometer as you're doing those tempo runs will speed up. Your time between your hard intervals will lessen. You'll be able to really run faster splits, but also not need as much rest as you needed previously when you first started out. And running form is individual. Okay, every athlete has a different running style. Some athletes run with higher shoulder carriage. Okay, there's some athletes that run really relaxed. Some athletes cross their arms as they're running. So it's biomechanics, and biomechanics can be improved through strength training, through faster repetitions on the track or on the roads, and really just thinking long term about what you're doing. And like I said, it's as far as running form, that's something that's very, very hard to change because you've been doing it for so many years. You want to really focus on your posture as you're running, whether running easy or fast. Really just focus on staying upright and really just focusing on keeping your posture strong as you're running. And to improve your posture, that comes about by really focusing on the core muscles of the body, the abdominals, the obliques, doing planks, doing side sit-ups, medicine ball drills, okay? Doing that over several weeks, several months, and being consistent with your strength training as well as your physical preparation, as well as, and I talk about this in other videos, mental preparation, mental rehearsal, okay? One other running technique to get faster, which most people bypass, is visualization. Okay, you're training the subconscious mind to do something that you want before it actually occurs. And this isn't going to be a powerful technique unless you are tenacious about it, unless you're just as serious about mental preparation as you are physical preparation. Okay, you're training the mind. You're training the mind like you train the body. Okay, you have to see yourself doing this, whatever, maybe it's qualifying for the Boston Marathon, maybe it's trying to break 40 minutes for the 10K, maybe you're aiming for a sub 17 minute 5K or a sub 245 marathon. Whatever goal that you have, that technique of not only at running faster than goal race pace in training, but also focusing on the mental technique, the mental side of preparation, and continuing to rehearse and combining that with your physical training, that is really going to make you dangerous when it comes down to race time. When you start dropping down your volume, you start dropping your intensity, you've really focused on a longer buildup rather than a shorter buildup. You haven't rushed your fitness. You've focused on a 16 to 24 week buildup rather than an 8 to 12 week buildup. Those types of tactics, that type of mindset where, okay, I want to do this right. I want to get ready for my race, but I don't want to rush the process. I'm not trying to get quick results. Obviously a lot of athletes, it's natural to want to have quick results. But at the same time, if you try to rush what you're doing and you're not ready to do it, that's a recipe for disaster. It's a recipe for you to get frustrated, and that's not what I want for you. Okay? The athletes that come here on this channel, watch these videos, they're seeking excellence. They already know how to work hard. They're already driven. I know you are. And I think for me, it's very important that sharing these tips, whether it's running technique, whether it's trying to run a specific time for the marathon or your chosen distance, the importance of patience is absolutely mandatory if you want to run faster, regardless of what distance you're running at. And it's very common for athletes to get frustrated when they don't see the results that they want quick enough. Okay, maybe it's just a couple more iterations of your buildup that you need before you get to that golden moment where you hit that goal time that you've trained for years. Okay, and I promise you, I've been there. Okay, I had times where I ran over 3 hours for the marathon. I had times where I was running in the 240s and the 250s and wondering, when am I ever going to break this sub 222 barrier that I was aiming for? And I know if I would have quit when I ran those 240s and those 250s and those 230s, I ran 236 a few times. I ran 232 several times. I would have never ran 226. I would have never ran 219 for the marathon. Okay, so it's just about not letting up, even when you're dealing with frustration, even when you're dealing with setbacks. I've had surgeries I've had to deal with over the years as well, and really questioning if the marathon distance was really my event. You're going to have times where your chosen event, where you're really aiming for, you'll question, like, is this really what my best event? And really, it may be your best event. You just need to be tenacious and patient just a little bit longer to see yourself through to that goal that you're aiming for. So I hope this video is helpful for you all in terms of running technique. Again, it comes down to really practicing your relaxation, practicing working on your biomechanics, focusing on strengthening the running muscles of the body that are mandatory to run at faster paces, like I've talked about. Really training at very fast paces, so you recruit those fast twitch muscle fibers that come from running very fast sprints, explosive type activities, and also focusing on the other hours of your day after the workout's done. That's where the real benefits come from. So you must pay attention to running easy on recovery days, to making sure your nutrition is on point, making sure you're hydrating well before, during, and after your workouts, making sure you get plenty of sleep, and not stressing over things that are outside of your control. So I hope this video makes sense. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave me a comment below. Check out the resources below all of my videos. They're there for you on RunDreamAchieve.com as well. And I look forward to hearing from you all and what your new personal best is. If you're having issues in training, feel free to leave me a comment below. I'll respond back to you. And I wish you all the best, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.